Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to show you how to use Flowpoint, a liquid cement grout system. As you can see, we've got a lot of cobbles to point here to grout. We thought it would be a good opportunity to film a video for you. We found it's by far the best product, especially for cobbles. You can also see we've got some crazy paving here with quite large joints. So yeah, it's perfect product for that as well. I'd say yeah, most time effective, probably cost effective once you factor in labour, and it's definitely the easiest on your body as well. You can imagine this would take a significant amount of effort to hand point these or other grouting systems. But yeah, first we'll just run you through what you need. Alright, so we're only going to put down a couple of bags today, that we're sort of working around other trades and things like that. But yeah, this is Flowpoint. For this project we've gone for traditional smooth. There's a couple of other options out there. I think they've also released a new one for porcelain, which is even finer. Might be called Flowpoint Fine, I'm not sure. And then there's another one that's a little bit rougher. The name escapes me at this stage. But as far as I know, for all three types, so there's rough type, or yeah, fairly rough, there's just a visible grain, so maybe more of a traditional project. Flowpoint Smooth, which is this. And then the new one for porcelain, which I believe is Flowpoint Fine. And in all three of those you have the wide array of options of traditional or charcoal. We have used both in the past. We're going for traditional on this project. I'd say with charcoal there is maybe just a slightly higher risk of staining, because obviously it's got a black oxide in it, but it does create a really cool contrast as well. Anyway, that's the Flowpoint. So what you're going to need, so you got your classic mixing bucket, a measuring device. We've gone for this high-tech beauty. That's just to make sure you're getting your water amount correct each time you mix. A mixer. Obviously we've got ours in a hand drill. It's served us well so far, but you might use a paddle mixer yourself. For the application, one of these bad boys. So I'd probably recommend one about this size, and then if you're doing a larger project, definitely one a bit bigger. We're only going to be using this today as we've only got a couple bags to get down. Yeah, nothing special for the squeegee. Obviously a longer handle will save your back. Shorter handle for those more tricky areas. But yeah, this is what we're going to be using today. So yeah, just a rubber squeegee, pool squeegee, floor squeegee. You can pick them up online, maybe in tile shop even. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're going to be using. I'll just run you through a couple of details. So it is quite hot today. If it is your first time, definitely do one bag at a time. I'd recommend one bag at a time anyway. But yeah, do one bag at a time. Try and pick a shaded area. When it's in the sun, it does go off a lot quicker. In winter, you've got a much longer working time. So I know with projects you probably can't put it off that long. If you want to give it a go your first time, winter probably be the time to do it. But then obviously you're waiting longer for it to cure. So pros and cons for both sides. So yeah, first step, mist off the area. So this will just cool down the cobbles, make sure it's not going to go hard straight away, and also just get a little bit of water into the joints as well. So yeah, one bag won't do that much, but yeah, we love Flowpoint. It's just very versatile, so it can fill joints from 5mm right the way up to 50mm, and all the way to a depth of 200mm, which is pretty insane. It's all clear for pedestrian traffic after just 1 hour, and for vehicle traffic after 4 hours. So you'll see it used a lot in commercial spaces, town centres, things like that, just because the site can be reopened very quickly. In terms of mixing, so you're going to be wanting to use 4.25 litres per a 25 kg bag. So we're going to measure that out now. So yeah, we got 1 litre here. Alright, so we got our 4.25 litres ready to rock. You're going to want to just mix half the bag at a time. So put your half bag in, mix it, it'll be super watery, mix it all together, and then track your other half in just to achieve an even consistency. just add your second half. So now you should start to see it achieve your ideal consistency. Clean everything as you go because it will set pretty quickly. Alright, so there's no real technique when you pour it on. Just obviously don't just pour it into one big pile. You'll find it does go off a lot quicker when it's mounded, if that's the right word. Yeah. I won't go around the post. So on this we've got some retractable bollards. We've got to be pretty careful around there. But other than that, yeah, should be all good. Yeah, and sometimes it's unavoidable, but try not to step on the areas that you've squeegeed. We found it does seem to go off in the areas that you put pressure. And obviously just working in like a 45°. Alright, so once you've got it all distributed, you might notice it's sort of starting to bake on in certain areas, again with the hot weather, so then just keep misting it. And then with your squeegee, just keep taking that excess off the top until it's almost translucent, so you can see the colours of the cobbles. So the beauty in this is the cement within the joins will continue to cure even as the surface keeps moving, so it's obviously more dense than the water. Alright, so now the section in the sun has come up perfectly, so it's up to you and how you want the finish to be, but we've got them all now. There's a tiny bit here, so if you want that perfect clean look, you can just get your rubber glove and just loosen up that last little bit of flow point. Obviously on a massive area it can get a bit tedious, and in the commercial setting I think it's just one and done. I think they tend to use a jet wash as well, which will probably loosen up some of the last little bits. It's just where, yeah, the cobbles undulate and it builds up a little bit, but I think it's quite a cool rustic look. But anyway, over here you can see the bit that's in the shade. Obviously it's much cooler in the shade, so you can just prod the join. So there's very little movement in that, so we'll probably wash it off very soon. whereas the stuff that was in the sun when I prodded it was rock hard, so we knew that it was ready to wash off. Obviously the only danger in washing it off a little bit too soon is the join will drop a mil or two. It won't blow out completely at this stage, but yeah, I think we'll leave that a couple of minutes. So then you can just keep misting it while you wait. And there you have it, the finished article. So I'd say with the cobbles and the join spacings that we have, one bag did about 2.5 square meters. Yeah, there you have it, Flowpoint how-to. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, leave us in a comment below. If you haven't already, check us out on Instagram, George Bill Jones. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.